Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing the moon in Gemini. When the moon is in Gemini, as opposed to the sun being in Gemini, the Gemini picture is a bit different. The sun represents your chosen path in life, and it is something that you are constantly striving to become. You like these qualities and you want to express them. The moon, by contrast, represents what you are born with. The moon in Gemini is a restless combination. These people love to talk and have a strong need to talk about their feelings. And most of all, they love to spend hours analyzing their feelings. The moon in Gemini has a strong tendency to overcomplicate their lives by trying to make their feeling experiences more complex than they really are via the agency of over-intellectualization. It is nothing for a moon in Gemini person to spend many hours verbally dissecting their feeling experiences. They love to rip them apart and then reorganize the experiences into different ways in the effort to try and understand the emotion intellectually, which, of course, is a task doomed to failure, as emotions cannot be intellectualized. They must be felt to have their true meaning known. The bottom line is that the moon in Gemini person has issues with emotions. They have a terrifically difficult time sorting out what they are thinking from what they are feeling, and then intellectualizing the whole of it to determine what they would like to feel from what they think they fear that they are feeling. These people have a serious need to simply unplug. Very often, insomnia and other sleeping problems go with having a moon in Gemini. This is because the mind has such a hard time shutting down, especially if it is overanalyzing some emotional issue encountered earlier in the day. These people are fun to be around in social situations because they have a wonderfully friendly and witty conversational style, and so are wonderful to invite to any parties you may be planning. To fall in love with them does pose a bit of a challenge because they keep changing their minds with regards to how they're feeling because of all the overanalyzing of their feelings. And as a result, they tend to skate along the surface of relationships and always keep an eye out for other potential love interests, constantly intellectualizing the merits of this one or that one. A deep-seated restlessness pervades the moon in Gemini personality. First up and then down, the changes in mood of these people seem to come out of thin air and evaporate just as quickly. Then the analysis of what they just experienced begins, which can then take hours, while all avenues of analysis are explored. Emotionally speaking, these people tend to be high-strung, and on their bad days, very irritable indeed. For the most part, though, these people have a wonderful sense of humor and are truly a delight to have around. For the most part, moon in Gemini creates a very logical and cerebral type of person. They have a very sharp and clever intelligence and are very fast learners with high IQs. The downside is that they don't have much patience, and they have a tendency not to be able to finish projects that they start. These are generally very talented and versatile people, but they tend to lose interest in things quickly and then drop them. And as a result, other people don't get the chance to see what they can truly do. They agonize over decisions because of all the intellectualizations that they do that brings a lot of needless anxiety into their lives. In general, though, the moon in Gemini produces a charming, popular person who has the capacity to not get swept up by strong emotions, but instead has the capacity to step back from it so that the absurdity of life shines through for them. The moon in Gemini is often seen in the charts of professional writers, would-be writers, and people who find great pleasure in reading. Negatively speaking, A Moon in Gemini person can be a cheat and a very good liar that is incapable of concentrating for very long on anything except for their own interests. They have the capacity to thoroughly enjoy the sound of their own voices and may enjoy getting other people all riled up for the hell of it. They may be very inconsiderate of others, unsympathetic, and quite shallow. A tendency towards being unreliable, inconsistent, and quite childish is also apparent. These people may also be undisciplined and quite immature. On the bright side, though, these people can tell some amazing stories, embellishing the facts a little bit or a lot in order to make the telling of it even more interesting. This is one of the qualities that makes for a very good writer. The view they have of themselves is of a person with a large intellect, to which everyone in their world is humbly grateful to listen to the sage advice. These are very clever people, but not people of great depth. They would love to be thought of as funny rather than fair because it's more exciting. The same holds true with regards to their proclivity towards provoking people. It's more exciting and fun to see people all riled up. Moon in Gemini doesn't want a lot of trouble in their lives. They also are not very interested in long, hard tasks. They like gossiping and having light, cheerful, and superficial conversations with others. They are very articulate people with an excellent vocabulary. They like to flit all over everything, covering a lot of ground and collecting tons of friends on their way that other people might think of as acquaintances. This moon placement is wonderful for stimulating the imagination and often results in a lot of creative works, especially in the field of writing. Negatively speaking, this position of the moon may enjoy telling lies and have a very difficult time sticking with the truth. When the Moon in Gemini person's mind is focused and kept active in the areas of education, they can become the finest of teachers or very smart students with a myriad of differing subjects in lots of different subjects. The search for ever new experiences constantly driving them forward. Moon in Gemini people benefit a great deal from strong, practical people in their life that enjoy calling the shots. In general, this moon position produces a person that is basically fearless because of all the intellectualization that goes on within them, and therefore they have the capacity to take chances that would scare the hell out of anyone else. With the Moon in Gemini, you'll find that these people will retain a very special kind of youthfulness all through their lives and will always be able to relate well to the younger generations. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the topics of greatest interests. So please be sure to check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.